Welcome to part 6, right? Treaty law clause. We're going to start out like I always do, doing a review. Reviewing parts 1 to 5, okay? So the first question is defining the idea of the word supreme or supremacy. The blank level of power or authority. You know this, right? This is easy, okay? The highest level of power or authority. Good. Next question, referring to the general welfare clause, right? It's based on this idea. Fill in the blank. If it's not blank, you blank do it. Right? This is simple stuff. You've done this a billion times, right? If it's not listed, you can't do it. Very good. Okay? Third question, fill in the blank and name the clause and constitutional reference. The Congress shall have power to make all laws that shall be necessary and proper. Blank, 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 blank. You know that, right? Congress shall have power to make all laws that shall be necessary and proper for carrying into execution the foregoing powers. And that references which article, section, and clause? Article 1, Section 8, Clause 18. Good. This is just second nature now, right? This is easy stuff. Circle the correct definition of an implied power. Either A, directly given and listed, or B, indirectly suggested. What is it? It's indirectly suggested, isn't it? And the obvious follow-up question you're used to here is, are there any powers granted to Congress that aren't specifically listed in Article 1, Section 8? Well, the answer is yes. There are powers Congress has that aren't specifically listed, but those implied powers have to be necessary in order to carry out the specifically listed powers. Okay? Good. Interstate means what? Blank states. Between states, doesn't it? Intrastate means inside of a state. Interpersonal means between people, and intrapersonal means within or inside of a person. Explain why understanding what interstate means is so important to understanding the Interstate Commerce Clause. Why does that matter? Is it just a word? Is interstate just a word? Does it actually have meaning? Well, it does have meaning, doesn't it? The Interstate Commerce Clause only applies to buying and selling, right? The commerce part that crosses state lines, right? The interstate part has to cross state lines. It doesn't apply to buying and selling inside of a state, between people, or with a person. Good. Define the following terms. Regulate is to set a standard. Very good. Commerce, blank and blank. Very simply is buying and selling, right? And lastly, among means between. Okay, here's a question. Can states set standards over each other? No. Okay. Not according to the Interstate Commerce Clause. Does the Interstate Commerce Clause give Congress power to regulate or to set a standard over the states? Well, yes, by definition, that's exactly what it does, right? What is that power? What's the power that Congress has over the states? Well, the power is to set the standard, right? Congress can prevent states from putting fees on each other. That way commerce continues to thrive. That's what we learned in the Interstate Commerce Clause presentation, right? Okay, let's end here with doing the memorization. Interstate Commerce Clause, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 3. You ready? The Congress shall have power to regulate commerce among the several states. Great.